Well, after watching this movie, I felt like
Why? Uh, Why?
once I read a comment somewhere that South Park won't fall short of content because people won't stop doing stupid things. And I think same is applicable over here. Ryan George won't be out of funny ideas or funny jokes because people will make movies like this and give him the content. So yes, today you and I are gonna watch Rebel Moon Part 2 pitch meeting, the Scargiver. Instead of Scargiver, they should have name it the Grain Taker. And please leave a like and subscribe. And without a further ado, let's start.
So, you got some new Star Wars derivation for me? Yes,
The
sir, I
Netflix
do.
office.
Rebel Moon Part 2, The Scargiver. Scargiver, huh? What's that about? It's Korra's nickname, our main character. Pretty intimidating, right? I mean, doesn't that kind of imply you will survive whatever she does to you? Yeah, so cool. Anyway, the bad guy she killed in the last movie, he's alive again. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. And he's mad because he didn't want
Makes
to get
sense.
killed at all. Understandable. And so now he wants to attack the people of Velt and steal their grain. He still wants to do the thing from the last movie, and the good guys still want to defend it. Yeah, like in the last movie. Why isn't this just one movie? Because it's two. So now Korra and the other warriors need to train the village people. The band? No, the people that live on this moon. The warriors have to train them. And who are the warriors again? Well, they're you know, the ones from the last time. What are their names? Well, there's the okay, I don't know. Fair
I
enough.
don't
And
know
so
either.
Another thing these good guys need to do is harvest all the grain. Wasn't the whole thing in the last movie that they don't have enough grain or people to harvest it or people to fight? Right, but this is the second movie and several days have passed. Got it. So then we're gonna get into it. Oh boy, the fighting? No, the farming. Oh, yeah, it's gonna be so slow, sir. It's gonna take so very long. Okay, we're talking a good 30, 40 minutes where every time we cut back
Too much slow motion. Too much slow motion. And it's true. Too much slow motion. Nothing else.
to the good guys, they're just doing some slow-mo farming. It kind of seems like a long
Slow-mo
time.
farming.
People open Netflix and they click on an action sci-fi movie. What do you think they expect? Sci-fi action? Wheat. That's right. Wheat. Slowly. Oh, you sure about that? Yes. And what about the fight training? Oh, the villagers are just kind of instantly good at that part. It leaves more time for the farming, I guess. Now you're getting it. So now it's time for some character
Leaves more time for the farm.
development. So Korra is going to tell her boyfriend Gunner about the time she shot a kid. What? Yes, her adopted
Shot
father
a kid.
Belisarius staged a coup in the ship's furnace room. The spaceships are powered by coal, and it's all very dramatic. There's a little string quartet playing, and the tempo of their music is going to adapt
Faces fired by the coal.
to what's
Powered by
happening
the
in the
coal.
moment. Hiring a band for your secret murder plot is tight. And Belisarius kills the royal family, but Korra is the one who shoots the magical princess child, and then Belisarius reveals he's framing her. Oh, very sneaky Belisarius. Yeah, but she manages to pull a gun on him. So she shoots him? No, she can't bring herself to shoot him. Killing's wrong, so she just kills some guards and escapes. Oh, okay. So then it's time for some backstory
Killing's wrong, so she just kill some guard instead of killing the main guy. And she killed the princess.
for the other warriors. Right, we're like halfway through the second movie, and I don't know any of these people. That's right, so we're just going to kind of get that out of the way rapid fire style, because we don't have a lot of time here. Hey, maybe we do less slow-mo farming and more organic character development?
No,
No, we're going to want the slow-mo
that will break the formula.
farming. If you say so. For some reason, I absolutely do. So they're all just going to kind of sit on one side of a long table, facing the same direction, and tell their stories one after the other. Bang, 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 bang. Well, okay then.
Bang,
Now
bang,
that each of the
bang, bang.
characters have spoken about themselves for 120 seconds apiece, and therefore the audience cares about them, it's time for the final fight. Oh boy. So the bad guys show up, but the good guys have made a whole system of trenches, so they have the element of surprise. In just a couple of days, they harvested all their grain, trained everybody to fight, and built an elaborate trench system. That's what we're going with. And all the women and
His time behaves different over there, like Inception.
children, they're hiding in a building surrounded by all the grain, so the bad guys can't blow them up. This friggin' grain seems like more of a character than the women and children. It kind of is. So now the plan is for Korra and Gunner to sneak onto the enemy's Death Star. What's that? Dreadnought. That's not what you said. It is, though. It is. Well, it must be tough to sneak on a giant ship full of bad guys. Actually, it's going to be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, see, they fly Korra's old ship that she escaped on, so they blend in no problem. Oh, the bad guys don't have a system in place to check who's boarding the ship? Apparently not. So then it's time for some heroic action. Oh boy, here we go. Yeah, Cora's gonna shoot a bunch of medics that were trying to help her. Very heroic. And then she's gonna rig the ship to blow up. Bam!
Very
But meanwhile, the bad guys have found out that she's on the ship. So what do? Well, the bad guy's like, actually, Cora's the only thing that matters, so just blow up the grain and the women and children now. We just spent half the movie harvesting that in slow motion. Now it just doesn't matter. Correct. So now they want to find her on the ship so she can't escape back to the moon. Well, if they know
That makes sense.
she's on the ship, can't they just shut all their doors and fly away, knowing she'll be trapped on there? Hey, shut up. So then before the bad guy can fire his super slow weapon at the grain and the women and children,
Super slow weapon on a spaceship.
I guess, Cora's gonna blow the ship up. Very exciting. So she gets in a big old fight with the bad guy, and then she chops his head off. Let's see him come back from that, right? I mean, he might. I
Is it that challenge for the writer?
can do what I want. Right. But also Gunner got
Right.
hurt, so he dies. He's a dead guy now. Oh no, he was in the movie. He was, yeah. So
Yeah,
then Cora
he
reveals
was.
to the other warriors that she's actually not a good person because of that time she shot a child. Yeah, right. But then this general guy is like, actually, I knew that
General
about you,
guy,
but
he
she's
doesn't
not
even
dead,
know
so
his
it's all
character
good. He
name.
didn't want to reveal that to her earlier. No, he wanted her to keep suffering and hating herself for a little while longer. Kind of a jerk move.
You wanted her to suffer for a while. That makes perfect sense because she killed the princess.
And so they're like, well, we got to go find the princess. And with that sequel bait done, we're done. What do you think? Oh, you want to make more of these? Of course, sir. There's so much more slow-mo space farming potential. How much more slow-mo space farming could you possibly want to shoot?
Sixth movie in the new trilogy of
Hi, everybody. Ryan George
his
here. Thank
writer.
you for watching that pitch meeting. I hope you enjoyed it. And listen,
Sometimes you wonder some movies are just made for pitch meeting, and this is one of those movies. And too much slow motion killed my entire enthusiasm for the movie. I did love Snyder's Justice League, the Snyder cut, but it doesn't work always, right? Didn't it? Isn't it? And what else? Same villain in the second movie, which they already defeated, never works, does it? It didn't work in Avatar, and that was James Cameron movie. The Avatar 2, that's what I meant. And what else do we have? As always, his pitch meeting is hilarious. He pointed all of the plot holes. He pointed out every bit of slow motion that Zack Snyder has put in it. And it's hilarious to watch this pitch meeting. It's sometimes I wonder they just the makers of this film might have made this movie just so that Ryan George can complete a trilogy of their movie and make three more. It makes sense, don't you think? They are just making these movies for Ryan George to make his pitch meeting and providing him loads of material. So let me know your thoughts. I thought this pitch meeting was hilarious, and I thought I should have watched this pitch meeting instead of watching the entire movie. But I had much hope for. I did watch this movie because of Zack Snyder. I didn't like any of the action scenes, and nothing nothing in this movie was intriguing for me, at least. I hope you enjoyed this reaction, and if you do, please leave a like and subscribe, and let's build this connection, and we'll see you in the next video.